Morning and welcome to the post-mortem for the meeting at Sha Tin on the 23rd. Yeah, it wasn't much of a meeting as we thought. We didn't get overly involved as we indicated early on. If there wasn't a DT jackpot, we wouldn't have played at all. We did find a little bit of value towards the end of the card in the last two races. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out for us. We got to the last. The two bankers, one ran poorly. The other one may have been a little bit unlucky at the top of the straight, found a bit of trouble. But at the end of the day, a lot of favourites won. And the only good thing that's come out of the card is that the TT didn't go off, and we can line up the next two meetings with some jackpots that gives us a chance to blast out for the season. Starting on race 3, Fiery Raider sat on the speed. That seemed to be the trend today. Didn't want to be coming from too far back. It's won by 5 lengths. Big improvement for it. Link Win was a good run. Missed the kick. Normally off speed when it won a race previously. It led all the way. So this was a big hit. He freshened this up, give this a chance, and maybe pinch a race before the season's finished. Bernard's Choice. This is a weak gutted thing. It's going to battle to win a race. We don't want to be on it again. Solar Boy was a reasonable run. Attacked for the lead and battled on okay. Asmodai, General Dan Road, Young Happy, Petite Prince. These have all had enough for this season. We'll be bypassing these in anything they do. Race 4, DT. Super Horse dropped down to Class 5, was just way too good for these. Smashed and won by, I don't know, 5 or 6 lengths. Probably could have won by 25. Most of these are no good. Apps Glory was a good run. Sat 3 wide, 4 wide. Reversed the positions with Lucky Army, which it had the suck run and fell into 3rd. This should have probably run 3rd. Medic Champion battled on. Gold Tartini found trouble at the top of the straight and was running on okay. I think the rest have had enough. Maybe Ice Fire. The run wasn't as bad as it looks on paper. It's got beaten 11 lengths. That's because he just dropped his hands and let it walk to the line. There might be one all-weather meeting before the end of the season. We'll keep an eye out for it there. Race 5. Perry Son took advantage of the inside draw, settled at the back of the field. They all fanned out. It just crept up along the rails. It was a decent win. Joy Together. We'll wait 1,000-metre race for this. Went to the front. They attacked it. Gave it away. It was a pretty weak effort. Of the rest, probably Racing Reward and Winning Advantage. Maybe in the last 5 meetings we'll see them possibly something at a price. Race 6. Yeah, not much here either. Pleasure Gains. This was going to win a long way from home. It sat on speed. Had them covered coming around the corner. Probably the run of the race was Surrounded coming from last at the 400. Flashed home, got beaten 4 lengths. But it's going to do that all year. So maybe wait for it. Get up to 18, 2,000. Might get one more bite at the street before the end of the season. Kaya, it was a good run coming from well back early. Made ground to the turn and kept coming. It was a good run. Race 7, pretty weak lot here. 1,000-metre race. Dame Patrol, ping to the front. This was a big price. We've gone for this a couple of times. They run 56.5. That's a pretty good time. Master Sommelier, it was a bit unlucky. It settled at the back of the field, got held up behind some of the weakening crabs in front of it. The favourite was very disappointing, settled on the speed, and it was gone 600 from home, so I don't know whether there was anything wrong with it. Of the rest, Grimmy was weak. Not much can be said for the rest. Gold Edition ran a good race, drew the wrong side of the track, got beaten 3 lengths. We might keep our eye out for it. 1,000 metres, if it draws wide, it can play a part. Race 9. Yeah, again, fairly weak lot. Looked like Super Jockey was going to win, sat on the speed, kicked away at the top of the straight. Mossay's belted it a couple of times with the whip and it's gone sideways. If he rides it hands and heels, it wins. But naturally, he's hit it once, it went sideways, so he did the only obvious thing that these geniuses do, straightened it up, then whacked it again, so it went sideways again. Got no opinion of this guy. don't like him as a jockey. He's a shitter for mine. He's okay if he's up on the speed. Other than that, I don't want to be on him in anything. Glorious Sunday, it got held up at the top of the straight. It was actually probably going to be in the finish. And when Super Jockey moved ground, took its running. B Choice come flying home from a long way back. It was a good run. My Name is Bond was also a good run, but it needs Happy Valley. I think we might get one more bite at it before the end of the season. Race 10, this is a pretty smart horse. The winner here, Dr. Good Habit, he slotted in midfield. He had these covered a long way from home, and it was a pretty good win. This is going to go somewhere next season. We'll see the best of it next year. Chandler was a good tough run, battled on strongly. It was a good effort. Holmes Legend was a huge run. It was last coming around the corner about 8 wide. He just angled it out even wider and just kept coming. Good run. Amazingly and Good Treasure ran big races at massive prices. So, you know, they were reasonable. Can't say much about the rest. They were no good. The favourite in the last sat on the speed. Was bolting coming around the corner and put pay to them. Supreme Falcon up a lot of ground late. And Lombardi was 3 wide for the trip and battled on. Probably the best of the rest were Hong Kong Dancer and Fighter Class. These are getting close to a win now. And they might figure before the end of the season. Mr. Ginger, yeah, had enough of it. I think it did find a bit of trouble at the top of the straight, but it was a weak effort. And I don't think 1400s it's going. There was a jackpot in the TT. That never went off. The whole lot's gone forward to next weekend. Actually, I think it's gone forward to, to the Monday meeting. There's no meeting next Sunday. They race on July 1. We go to Happy Valley with a TT jackpot there. So we're going to get a couple more jackpots at least before the end of the season. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you've had some joy on the weekend. And I'll be back on Tuesday evening with the preview midweek. Thanks, guys.